Selena Gomez is getting called out for being out of touch. Emma Chamberlain has opened a coffee shop and people have been reviewing it. Matt James is losing tons of followers and we have an update on him and Rachel after she went on Call Her Daddy. And there is some Oscars drama, plus much more that we are going to get into in this weekly Teacap. I've really wanted to make the weekly Teacap its whole thing on Sundays, where we sit down and do this Sunday special where we recap all the topics that we did not get to in the week. I've got my note cards and today we are going to break down what the heck has been going on. So buckle up for episode 1. I don't know how long we're going to be doing these things. Maybe we'll go back to the original format, but we're going to try it out, okay? First, let's start with Emma Chamberlain because she opened up her very own Chamberlain Coffee Cafe this week. It is at Century City Mall in Los Angeles, and I actually went today. I waited in the line for like 45 minutes for this. It was the 2 signature drinks that I wanted to try. It was the salted pistachio matcha and the peanut butter mocha. And then I also tried the strawberry almond croissant. That was so good. And this coconut carrot loaf. The drinks were all right. The food was 10 out of 10. Okay, it's really milky. I taste the pistachio in here, not so much the matcha. Not that it's bad, but I feel like I'm drinking pistachio flavored creamer. That's the best description of this. Coffee time. It's all right. I feel like the flavors are like not blending well. You know when you're drinking a coffee drink and like every other sip is like a little different. I don't know if that makes sense to anyone, but that's this. It's like one sip's really sweet, the next is a little bitter. So I posted that review over on TikTok if anybody wants to go see the full thing. Everyone was getting on me for not mixing the drink. I tried to mix the drink, you guys. The stuff at the bottom of the mocha one, it was hard like chocolate. So there was no way I was gonna mix it. And I don't think that had I mixed it would have really impacted the drink that much, but it's okay. I know people want to defend her. I'm not an Emma hater. I like her. The food was great. The food was 10 out of 10. The drinks, I wasn't that impressed by, but I did find it very interesting that she didn't really promote that she was going to be coming out with a Chamberlain cafe. This wasn't a pop-up that she was doing. This was a real permanent location that was going to be staying at the Century City Mall in LA. And I don't know, I just felt like it was so weird that it just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, I know she has a coffee brand and she has this line of coffee that she sells, but it really did just feel like, wait, why am I seeing all these TikToks about this and she's not posted anything about it and Chamberlain Coffee hasn't posted anything about it? Since then, there have been Instagram stories about it, but I was quite confused about what was going on for a second. The other thing to talk about though, you guys, Rachel Kirkconnell went on Call Her Daddy this week, and you guys know because I made a video on it that she sat down to talk about everything that went down in her breakup with Matt James. And if you guys did not watch that video and you guys have no idea what I'm talking about, Matt James was the Bachelor and Rachel Kirkconnell was his pick, but there's a lot of drama behind that because he didn't want to propose on his season. They ended up breaking up. It was a really, really controversial season because Matt James was the first Black Bachelor. There was all of this stuff from Rachel's past that was coming out about her having dressed up in college at these plantation themed parties. And so at the reunion of the show, he had said that they broke up and he needed Rachel to do all this learning and stuff. And then they ended up getting back together. So yeah, that happened. But they've been together for years now, and everyone has kind of grown to love them because they make a lot of social media content together. They review restaurants. And so when they broke up recently, everyone was like, what do you mean? I've actually grown to really like this couple. And it just felt really out of the blue. He had just posted a video with her right before he posted that they broke up. So people were very confused. They were like, aren't you on vacation together right now? Like, what on earth had you posting this breakup post? So she went on Call Her Daddy and she said her side, and people were not happy. They were calling him a narcissist. They felt really bad for Rachel. Since then, he's gone under 1 million followers on Instagram. He is down by like 30K now.
probably more by the time I post this, but she has gone up 200K in followers, okay? The girlies are riding for her. And I will say, the For You page on TikTok is also riding for her because old videos of her and Matt James are now on my For You page that do not make Matt James look very good, okay? He does not seem like a good guy in these videos. I know she's laughing it off at the end, but looking back, the comments on these videos, people are like, wait a minute, I don't really like what's going on here.
Sauce.
Don't do that. Why would you do that? Why would you do that?
Who are you?
Why would you do that?
These are my fries.
Don't do that.
Next up,
Why would you do that?
to get the garlic in the ketchup and make it garlic ketchup.
What about the people who don't want them mixed?
It's my fries. I ordered them.
I'll remember that.
You said you didn't want them.
I'll remember that. No. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. When you order, I will remember that, ma'am. I'll remember that. I'll remember that. I will remember that. I will remember that.
And this isn't the only time he's posted a video where he was like mad that she was double dipping in fries that she said were her own. There was like another video where she was double dipping in, I think, tartar sauce, and he was not happy with her.
That is flaky. A little bit of both.
Are you serious?
This is my food. I can double dip if I want. I'm sick of it. Mmm. Wow.
Don't put it back in that ketchup.
Why? Remember when you were so mad at me about that for the
Don't
fries?
put it back in that. Are you? Oh my! Why? Why? Why?
I hope you guys are on my side about this.
Why? Oh, that do sound crunchy though.
So maybe it's for the best that he didn't want to commit to her because people are very happy that she is not with this man anymore. This next story, you guys, Logan and Jake Paul getting a reality show on HBO. This is something I really, truly never thought was going to be a thing because when Jake got kicked off Disney Channel and Logan had his whole scandal, I just really never thought these guys were ever going to be taken serious on this kind of capacity, but clearly they have been. It's called Paul American and it premieres on March 27th on HBO Max. In the trailer, we're seeing Logan and his wife Nina prepare to have their daughter, and Jake is obviously training for his fights. I honestly wonder if Logan's whole becoming a dad journey was a heavy reason as to why HBO wanted to do this, because although people are interested in Jake's story, I feel like this aspect of like giving birth and having, you know, a baby is something that people love on reality television. So I feel like that really sold it for them. I wonder if she's gonna do a whole birth episode, but I just found this so crazy. Logan actually posted on his Instagram story about this. He said, "I've genuinely waited years to finally make a show with my brother and family. We live for your entertainment at Paul American Max, Thursday, March 27th. In some other crazy news, Trisha Paytas is about to do her first Broadway show. And I say crazy because a couple years ago, I don't think anyone would have ever seen this on their radar, especially with the lineup that she has. The cast, when she announced this, I literally thought it was a joke, you guys. This is going to be tomorrow night in New York City. She's on Broadway, and it's also going to be live streamed. I definitely want to tune in just because I can't even begin to process this cast and Trisha. Like, this is such a big deal for her, and this is a really big dream of hers, and everything that Trisha says, I swear she manifests it into reality because her dreams are coming true this year. I want to know if any of you guys are going to be watching the live stream. If any of you are actually going to New York, I would have loved to go and see this in person just because, like I said, the cast and it just looks like such a big deal. Like, they're posting TikToks preparing for the show, and I'm like shocked at how real this is.
We're making a new Broadway musical. There's nothing like being in the room with the group of people for the first time. This is a live art form, and the feeling of having the real bodies actually singing the music, actually dancing, actually acting. The magic of theater lies there.
Hey guys, it's Trisha Paytas on Trisha Paytas' Big Broadway Dream. I'm so excited. We have been in rehearsals, best ensemble ever, best original songs ever, best script ever. It's the most exciting thing. I'm gonna be on Broadway. I'm excited. I'm singing my heart out, dancing my heart out, acting my heart out, and singing live, which is something I've never done before. So we'll see how that goes.
On the topic of Trisha, though, she had Joey Graceffa on her podcast, and they were talking about Shane Dawson. They were basically asking each other if they would ever be friends with Shane again.
Do you think you'd ever be friends with him again?
Oh God, I wish. We talk about this like all the time too. I feel like I talk about Shane like every episode because there is like we do live like close to each other and obviously he has kids now. It's like, oh God, I really loved our friendship. I think everything I found out after was him like, I don't know, like talking, like feeding drama channel stuff. Like, I don't know, it kind of sucks. And maybe like, I do think kids change people. So I think like maybe now he's just like, he seems to be out of drama and just like is in his little conspiracy world. And I don't know though. But also, people just like change. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Would you be friends with him again?
I don't know. I guess similar to you, like, I can't deny that, like, he was such a big part of, like, my come up on YouTube at the beginning. Mm-hmm. So, like, I will always appreciate, like, what he did for me. When we did become, like, closer friends, I feel like there was just, like, a darkness there that always made me feel weird after hanging out. Because I don't love being around negative people, and I feel like whenever we would hang out, it would always be like just talking bad about people.
Oh, yeah.
And I would always feel like so bad about myself after for even just like entertaining, like allowing him to like talk about people. So I wouldn't if it was still like that.
And I think despite like them being nice about it, everyone watching just towards Trisha does not want her to be friends with Shane at all. Just given the whole history of Jeffree and everything that went down with the friendships there and Shane and Ryland standing by Jeffree, they just think she's better off leaving it where it is. The topic of Colleen also came up because Trisha was talking about how Joey had been in videos with Miranda Sings and she had never been in a Miranda video, and it was definitely a little awkward, I will say that.
Miranda Sings?
Yeah, I guess we talk about her.
Oh,
we don't talk about the person behind Miranda Sings. But you were in a Joey. Oscar told me this actually. I think you were the one who told me about these ships with Miranda.
Oh yeah.
Were we talking about it?
Came
I mean,
up.
she had so many.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, maybe because of her show, like you were on it, and I was just like so confused. I was like, because my biggest flex was I was never in a Miranda Sings video. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, thank God. But then,
That's how it was. We were talking about like how we weren't into it, and I was saying how I only saw the ones that you were in like on your channel,
and
like when
pretending.
Miranda was on your channel, because I didn't watch
Which
Miranda
is
separate.
So crazy. Were you like a fan of the character? Were you like, this is so funny?
I do think like there were some videos that I thought were really funny, but it was just fun to like role play with her and like kind of go into a character and just like make crazy up like on the spot.
But that is what is going on with Trisha, and that is what Joey had to say. We're gonna dive into this Oscar drama now because that is around the corner, and this is a hot topic right now, okay? So the Oscars are on March 2nd, and there is a ton of drama in the Best Actress category, let me tell you, especially when it comes to the movie Amelia Perez. This is the movie that Selena Gomez is starring in that honestly for a while that was the only thing I knew about this movie. And now I fear I know way too much because this movie has been in the headlines and all over Twitter for its controversies. A lot of people are not happy with the movie in general, but after the Golden Globes, things really picked up surrounding the conversation around this movie because people didn't like that it beat Wicked in the Best Musical or Comedy category. People were tweeting that they just didn't understand that this movie really did beat Wicked, that everybody obviously loved, but somehow Amelia Perez is just sweeping award season, you guys. They are getting nominated for so much. They have the most nominations at the Oscars right now. And the movie is getting trolled. It is getting trolled and it has the most nominations. Like that is just blowing my mind right now. But the reason why it's getting talked about, aside from the fact that people just don't think the movie is good, is that there's a lot of drama surrounding Carla Sofia Gascon. She is the first trans woman nominated for Best Actress. She's the lead star in Amelia Perez. And there's been a lot of drama because of an interview that she did and her old tweets. People literally want her nomination to be taken away from her because of the things that she has not only tweeted, but the things that she's recently said in interviews. To break down the drama, a Brazilian publication posted an interview with Carla, and once it was translated, people were just like, yo, we do not like what she's saying here. Reports said Gascon criticized people who were tearing her down to support Fernanda Torres, one of her competitors for the Best Actress Oscar. In response, some sought to have Gascon disqualified from the Oscars, accusing her of breaking an Academy rule prohibiting those involved with a film from sharing public communication that casts a competing movie in a negative or derogatory light. And this is crazy because this is something I did not know, that it was a rule that you couldn't talk negatively about something else that was nominated. Like, that is crazy. Variety reported on Wednesday that Gascon didn't break the rule because she didn't comment on Torres's performance in I'm Still Here. But then, you guys, the tweets started coming out and they were not good, okay? I mean, she has since deleted her Twitter, so that should tell you what's going on there. But Variety reported that in a post shared in 2021, Gascon referred to the Oscar ceremony that year as an Afro-Korean festival and ugly, ugly gala. There were also screenshots going around about her remarks about Muslims and Islam, and just a bunch of other things that people did not love to see from her. She has since come out and made a statement online saying, "I want to acknowledge the conversation around my past social media posts that have caused hurt," she said in a statement to Variety. "As someone in a marginalized community, I know this suffering all too well, and I am deeply sorry to those I have caused pain. All my life, I have fought for a better world. I believe light will always triumph over darkness." Now, this whole drama with Amelia Perez and Carla is really crazy because this kind of ties into this next story, which is Selena Gomez. There have been so many people talking about Selena, making fun of her this week and just calling her out. Some people have been defending her, which we will get into, but the crazy thing is, when Selena Gomez posted this video of herself crying on the internet this week, yes, this is what we're talking about here because this video made headlines everywhere. Selena posted this video on her Instagram and everyone thought she was crying about Amelia Perez and the fact that people were making fun of the movie that she was in, but that's not the case here. This is a completely unrelated situation that Selena was crying about. A messy one, though, I will say that. Daily Mail is reporting that she's lost 800,000 followers in the last 30 days, and they're seemingly tying that number into this recent situation of her posting this video of her crying and then deleting it. But she turned into an absolute meme when she posted this, you guys. But the reason why she posted this was because she was talking about how she was very emotional over the deportations and she was just really hurting seeing the news.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. They don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
A lot of people were saying that this was really out of touch coming from Selena, that this was just not the move, that she should be taking action and not crying and recording herself if she really wants to do something here. But this was just not very accepted by the public, which is why she deleted this post almost immediately after she posted this. And then she posted on her story saying, apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people, acknowledging the fact that people did not give her the best response to her video. A lot of people were joking that maybe she was going to take a social media break because of this, because in the past, whenever Selena has been called out for something, she has taken a social media break, which has also turned out to be another reason why she's gotten called out, because those social media breaks only last for a couple of hours, and so people don't really take what she's saying there all that serious. But I will say that not everything that was being said about her was negative. There were people that were coming to her defense in posting this video. Someone said, I hate that people made her feel bad for posting that video because as a Hispanic woman, seeing everything that's been going on right now, it's truly so heartbreaking. I understand her feelings wholeheartedly. It just makes us feel so helpless. It's so devastating. People are so critical. She is just a person, and regardless of job, wealth, etc., the state of the world and the US is hard for everyone. She's allowed to have opinions and feelings on this, as is everyone. The same people who say she's attention seeking for posting a crying video are the same people who will bully someone for not speaking out. Can't win in their eyes. I get being upset for what's happening, but I just believe it's super weird to record yourself crying and posting it. And that was overall the whole conversation here, was that they just couldn't believe that she was recording herself crying, and it did turn into a meme. People posted Selena Gomez setting up a camera and crying in her $4.9 million home with her 1.3 billion net worth about how she wishes she could do more. Which I want to chime in and say, I think that's the part that a lot of people were being very critical about.
At first, when I saw Selena Gomez's crying, I felt bad naturally because I feel like if I was a celebrity, that'd be me as fuck. Like every time I hear something, I mean, I do that now. I post crying videos of myself all the time and I'm literally just like, oh my God, there's so much going on in there. But at the same time, like after reflection, I was like, wait, isn't this the same girl who takes a hiatus anytime someone calls her out for how performative she is with like her activism? Like, yeah, she has like associations with different like nonprofits and what have you. Nonprofits, if you even want to call them that. But at the same time, like she doesn't really speak out loud and proud. Like I feel like there's many more celebrities who just like move in silence and do more like work for things that they don't even claim to be a part of, directly contributing to. You know what I mean? Like I feel like The Weeknd, Bella Hadid, even Billie Eilish, which is embarrassing to admit, they have not been self-proclaimed advocates or activists and they have not had victim complexes, but I've seen them like make waves, you know, whether it's speaking out proud, whether it's showing solidarity through clothes and different momentums like pins and stuff, or posting and using their platform with purpose. So I feel like to get online and act like you have no idea what to do when the world is literally at your fingertips and you have access to as many resources as you want to. Like if someone like me who is like such a smaller scale of a person is able to find ways to make movement and like make impact, I'm sure you could as well. You know what I mean? But the reason I felt bad for her is because I do think there's a certain level of vulnerability that comes with seeing your own people go through oppression. And I don't think it's my place as a non-Mexican person to tell her how she should be feeling during this time. You know what I mean? But also I am aware of the harm she's caused to marginalized persons. So I don't think she should be coddled necessarily for that and for those people being mad at her for choosing who and when is deserving of empathy.
Some of the other memes were when the light turns red and you're stuck under the intersection and you're completely blocking the other lane from going and just sitting there. Every time I clogged the toilet at my friend's house. When you said you were going to the gym today. You guys, it just wasn't Selena's week because these memes carried on and I'm still seeing them on my For You page. So that's what Selena's been dealing with this week. And she didn't take a social media break. So I guess improvement there, I don't know. But that is what has been in the news this week. The headlines, everything that everyone has been saying from Trisha, Emma Chamberlain, the Oscars, Logan and Jake getting a show. I want to know what you guys think about everything we had to talk about today because there was a lot. There was a lot that didn't get covered throughout the week, but let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about this video if you want to see more. I love you guys so much and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.